most people think that the net stretches from one end of the beach to the other and drops from the surface down to the ocean floor.
The reality is they're actually obsolete technology, and there's so many better ways that we can keep our beaches safe.
I have multiple shark nets in my electorate, and my community overwhelmingly wants to see these removed.
We know that they are ineffective at protecting beachgoers. They create a false sense of security while also indiscriminately killing a large number of animals.
What we know about shark nets is they're outdated. So they're outdated, and there is modernised technology that can keep us safer from sharks.
The science absolutely proves that shark nets are catching so much more threatened marine life than they are the target sharks. And even then, shark nets don't keep people safe.
I think it's in large part an education piece. I mean, a lot of coastal MPs are familiar and aware and understand that the nets only do a very small portion of what potentially people think they actually do. And that's why it's really important to educate as many members of Parliament as possible in Western and far rural and regional New South Wales that the nets aren't the be-all and end-all in terms of providing us safety from sharks and engagement with sharks. And in fact, that the nets capture a lot of beautiful creatures in our marine environment and don't actually do a great job of protecting swimmers.
Overwhelmingly, I think people want to make sure our beaches are safe. We know that nets are not the best technology, and we've been very supportive of reducing the amount of time that they're in the ocean, because we also know that actually the nets are more likely to catch endangered species and smaller animals that are of no threat to any of us. One of the things as well that people do know is because they capture these smaller animals, they actually become an attractor for sharks, which makes them even less useful for our communities. So across the eastern suburbs, we are very supportive of removing nets. There are obviously people who have concerns about this as well, and that's why we're happy to help educate and inform our community about what can be and what is best practice.
I was so proud to be part of a government that put more than $83 million into world-leading shark mitigation technology, which includes smart drumlines, drones, listening stations, and all of these have been rolled out. But in addition to that, it's helped capture data and do the research to find out the real damage that shark nets were doing to our precious marine environment. And we know that shark nets are a dismal failure. They literally kill anything that is unfortunate enough to swim into them. If a dolphin swims into a shark net, it dies. If a turtle swims into a shark net, it dies. And this is not what our community wants. And again, I love the fact that my community have been leading the charge with me to remove these shark nets. And it's really important now that the Minns Labor government steps up, uses the information and the data that's been captured, and does the right thing and provides all of the local areas with the necessary equipment, like we have on the Central Coast, to remove the shark nets.
We've seen absolutely horrific footage of animals like turtles and dolphins, but sharks as well being trapped inside these nets and actually drowning in their ocean homes. These nets are absolutely horrific. They're killing threatened animals, they are causing animals to suffer, and of course they are entirely unnecessary. It's entirely unnecessary because they don't work. We know that the research has already come in from universities that they don't work.
Community sentiment is definitely shifting, and there's huge support for getting shark nets out. And that's because people want evidence-based policy, and they know that shark nets don't protect them from sharks, that in fact, ironically, they probably make them more at risk of shark attacks because of all the catch and non-targeted catch in the shark nets. And they're looking at new modernised technologies that can keep them safer and need to be prioritised and implemented by the government.
Community support is there for taking them out. All of the councils, none of the councils agree that the nets should remain in, the coastal councils. So I say to the Minister, the community's behind you removing the nets, so are the councils. Now we need leadership. It's up to you to remove those nets and start an education campaign. A really good leader as Minister would say, you know what, they didn't really work anyway. We were just making you feel safe. Now we really are going to make you safer, by employing the drones, by telling you what to do and what not to do. Plus, we're going to ensure a bunch of our beautiful marine creatures don't become extinct because of these bloody stupid nets.